70Samtastic, back with more Guild Wars, as we're doing more of the Wayfarer's Reverie with Part 7, and this may or may not make it up before the Guild Wars 2 stress test begins, but the first thing we're doing here is going to Sumkoat Vale, because I scouted it out ahead of time, the thing's right there, so I'm not scared of anything at all here, especially not with a 3-tick health regeneration. Nothing here is particularly dangerous, so I decided to throw on the Vow of Silence setup just because it's got Whirling Charge and a lot of beefiness to it. But here we are in Kantha on Xingye Island, which is sort of peacefully set apart from the rest of the world, although you do end up having the... Oh, you guys think you're so awesome. You do have the afflicted start showing up on the island, and that's sort of the clue in that something is terribly, terribly wrong. Is this the way up? Seems to be. This place doesn't make a lot of sense. That's with factions, they seem to really go into having everything vertical. Oh, I see where it is. Okay. I'm a silly bastard. I can't get there from here. But don't worry, I can still get there. It's not a big problem. I just went the wrong way. I'm gonna kill you on principle. And of course I just used the skill that specifically says it doesn't... Oh, I didn't have it on... Okay, never mind. We're good. It's Crimson Skull Cape, I don't care. Why am I even doing that? Okay. It's up in this little temple, which I'm actually kind of familiar with pretty well, because when you do the Kantha New Year Festival... Not the Kantha New Year, the Dragon Festival. There we go. The Dragon Festival has you come up to this thing to reenact the grasps coming in to try to take over the world. I missed the first event, but the Dragon Festival, there's like one year they just had this random event with these quests where you go stop these demons from coming into the world to raise hell, and then in subsequent years they have for that event they have had actors play the various parts, which amuses me greatly, but I sort of wish that I would have been able to see what the original event was, just because they use stuff like these goofy pinwheels to represent stuff like, what is it, portals? There we go, that's the word I was looking for. Anyway, no, you guys don't even try to come over here. Go back. Get out of here. You get some pretty views here. That's a pretty impressive wall. That guy has a huge estate. Too bad he got infected and died. Oh well. We can't really see much else at this point, can we? Well, you get that cool mountain wind sound. I love that sound. Alright, well, there we go. What's next on the list? Haiju Lagoon! Ah, just going to the lagoon. The enemies here are a little bit more dangerous, but not enough that I really care about, so we'll just add on Gwen and Xandra. That sounds good. What could possibly go wrong? And we'll head on out the gate. I like this lagoon too. There are a couple of... one of the things about starting in factions is that you have the option of getting to level 20 really, really, really quickly. There are a lot of quests that have pretty substantial experience rewards, and aren't that difficult that you can even get to starting out pretty early on Xingye Island. And one of them, a couple of them, take place in this area. There's one where you have to go fight some monster, and one where you have to go I don't know. Anyway, you should play through this area if you have the opportunity, if you haven't already, and just do those quests. I think that quest dialogue is kind of entertaining, at least. Why am I attacking him? I do no damage. Bitter chill. Those are pretty gross looking. I like how you could see like the chainmail coming out of its skin. I mean, when I say I like that, I mean it's incredibly disgusting, and they did a good job. But I really, really like the scenery in Xingye Island. Stuff like that just looks really cool. I'd love to visit a place like this as long as it weren't infected with undead creatures that were out to kill everything in sight and make you infected too. Yeah. Just don't remove enchantments and we'll be good. Oh, having enchantments last longer helps too. Oh god. Well, there goes my run skill. Oh. Alright, well. Can't run because they got, was it diversion? I think it was. But we can still march out across this lagoon. Nice and pretty here too. I'm just not paying attention. Alright, whatever. I just have to get over to this point, right? Hope the dragon lily doesn't kill me. Which it shouldn't. Alright, that's that one. Where are we going next? Tanakai Temple. Easy enough. You go to Zinku Corridor to get to that one. This is what some people find to be an incredibly difficult mission, but I don't have too much of a problem with it, I've discovered. Throw Raza and Vec. We should be good. And if you didn't know, Tanakai Temple, if you go up these stairs right here and go on up there, there's, yep, there we go, statue of Balthazar, and there's a statue of Grint, so you can get to the Fisher Woe and the Underworld from here as well. There's some interesting criteria for that, but it's all on the wiki. Read yourself. Tanakai Temple. Oh, I noticed we've got a significant quantity of favor now, 438 minutes. To explain that, when 20 people max titles, the way the favor works is when 20 people max titles, you get 60 minutes of favor, and for each title that's maxed after that, you get an additional 3 minutes. So, go ahead and do the math to see how many people have gotten max titles within the last few days here. Oh, that's it. I'm done. So, easy enough. Just the temple. Don't even have to fight anything. Vizu. Vizu was the assassin chick that defeated Shiro initially. It's just a glowing white thing right now. I think because my settings are up so high, it's like bloom. What's the stone pedestal say? 200 years ago, a young but talented assassin known as Vizu gave her life protecting the emperor. While attending the harvest festival, Vizu chanced to lock eyes with the emperor's main bodyguard, and what she saw there chilled her to the bone. Acting upon a premonition, she began to make her way through the tightly packed crowds and closer to the temple. Before she could reach it, however, an alarm was sounded, and she heard the sounds of a great fight from the tower, where the Emperor Angxian was to have made his blessing to Duena. Using the tools of her profession, she shadow-stepped to the tower, where she saw Shiro standing over the Emperor's body, feeding off of his life force. She called to him, and then using her last reserves of her energy, shadow-stepped behind him, digging her daggers into his shoulders. Vizu's brave move provided the Kurzik and Luxon champions the time they needed to get to the tower, and they finished off the betrayer using his own blades. When he had dropped when Vizu attacked. which he had, sorry, his own blades, which he had dropped when Vizu attacked. Unfortunately, Vizu was killed when Shiro's death wail washed over the lands in what has since become known as the Jade Wind, which, for an explanation of the Jade Wind, it turned the sea into jade, and it turned the forest into stone. And that occurred at the Harvest Temple, I believe, was the center of that. Something like that. And so, as the next 250 years passed, the forest and the sea began returning to normal again. So, get excited about being able to see an expansion that that shows that off. All right, what have we got next? Napui Quarter. Probably going to be easiest through Senji's Corner, which is where the profession changer is. Yay. We'll check that out. Onward through the fog. At some point, I'm not going to be very effective with this Vow of Silence build, or Vow of... Why do I keep doing that? Vow of Strength build. Okay, it's in that little burned out section there. How do we get to that? Oh my god. Alright, I'm probably going to have to fight my way there, so... We're going to back this up. Switch the build. And yeah, we'll do that. Don't want to leave my whole party behind, so... Tank Cat into Mordor. I think the reason that we've gotten that spike in favor is because of these Wayfarer's marks that are dropping, because each of those provides a point for the Sweet Tooth, or what. It seems really weird to me that that many people would max the titles just from that. Maybe it's because Guild Wars 2 is almost out. Everyone's frantically trying to get the last of their stuff done, because it's like less than 4 days at this point. God, I'm excited. Oh, wrong way. I hate Kining City. Just navigating this place. It's okay. So Kining Center is the main outpost up here. The town. That's Kining Center, but the entire this entire thing is known as Kining City because it's apparently one giant city. I don't know. I don't get how that could be, but like compared to the scale of the other regions, maybe that's just what people in Cantha think is a city. It's just when you take a whole bunch of wood and stick it together, that's what makes a city. We'll start with you, Ampha Healer. There we go. Easy peasy. I'm probably the only person that says that. There we go. Alright, we'll get with the Mesmer there. That seems to work out. But yeah, if you think trying to navigate any other region in the game is harder than navigating this, then you haven't really navigated this. It's so backwards. Like some areas, it's like, oh, you can't get there because you're above it or below it, or it's below you, or that's a dead end, and I don't know. It's really frustrating to try to navigate your way around. And I think one of my least favorite vanquishes of all time is the Bija King Skyway. I don't know how you pronounce that. No, the Waijun Bazaar, I believe, is my least favorite of all. Because it starts out where there are like 8 enemies that are actually visible, and then the rest of them are pop-ups. And they're not avoidable pop-ups either. You go around and they appear. A fiery dragon sword. Those are cool. Oh, forget it. I'm not going all the way down there for that. How did I miss that in the first place? Oh, oh. Here we go. Beautiful. All right. So I think we're well on track here. I love having them hook around these edges. It's good stuff. All right. All right. Oh, did that. Hit the wrong button. Mesmer. And then we got Double Dragon and Dragon Stomp and whatever. It's the mage. You're next. Heals for everyone, heals for everyone. Lots of healing. God, that fiery dragon sword's gonna haunt me. Okay, down this way. Pretty sure. Can I get there this way? Yes! Yeah, I don't have to put myself at risk of attacking that other group. Mage first. Ooh, 5 bolts of silk. Those look really awesome on the ground, I have to say. Nope, not what I meant to do. I'll just drop 1 because it all looks the same. That's really cool looking. Alright, well, they're white and then they're yellow and their little icon there. I'd never noticed that. And I'm just gonna kind of let you get cleaned up. There we go. Mage! Oh. Well, they all died so easily. Coins! God, how did... whatever. I just moved so slowly. Alright. And we're almost up there. What is this place called? Oh, just Nabui Quarter. All right. Get the, as long as I get the oh, Elder Crane. The Royan Beastkeeper. We should be good to go here. Yep, he's so dead. So that's kind of cool. They have this little tree. I know I've been up here because I've vanquished all these zones, but it's kind of a neat looking tree. Let's get you guys back over there. That's a good spot. Good as any. Now we've got like wells and stuff to make it look unnatural. Okay, here's our view of the city. Ugly ass place. And then, bing, this pretty little tree just right here. And this patch of rock that you could easily just fall off of and die. Which, well, you can't do that in Guild Wars 1, but in Guild Wars 2 you could. That's cool. The little moon right up there by the tree. I approve. Looking at it through the... Alright, anyway, that should be good for now. Next up is the Arborstone Central Chamber, which is going to be in there, and it's not the easiest thing to reach, but I'm gonna leave the Kurzik and Luxon stuff because you probably have to do both sides. Let me see about that. What have we got after? Yeah, Reyes Crater, Whirlpool's Edge, and Raisu Palace. So the Reyes Crater's over here. Somewhere over here. There it is, Reyes Crater, which, I mean, I can get to all these areas without too much difficulty, but not in this video. So on that note, you will see me... Wait, there we go. Get the mouse cursor off. Later. Bye!